Hi, everyone. My name is Trent Knox, and I am here to host the Whop YouTube Showcase from the Whop G's community. We're all a collective, a group of Whop creators that have come together through the Whop ecosystem. We all met on Whop U. Shout out to Whop U. And now we're all working together to evangelize and tell more about Whop. Again, my name's Trent Knox. I'm a content monetization consultant. I do digital strategy, business automation, and content management on the Whop platform. First, I'd like to throw it over to Dan. Dan, would you introduce yourself?
What is going on? My name is Dan Truno, otherwise known as Flow Creators Everywhere. And yeah, I'm building a community to support creatives building either their business, themselves. Just it's a community for holistic digital and holistic evolution. So that's pretty much what I do. And I've looked at every single community platform out there, and I've found myself eyeballing WAP as the best solution for people that want to find a sustainable option for hosting a real digital community. Because yeah, there's a lot of other platforms out there, but instead of paying $100 a month for school or a lot of the other alternative platforms, WAP is just a place that I've found that feels really at the forefront of innovation when it comes to how a community should exist online. So love it here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dan. Ari, you're next.
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name is Aristotle Vasilakos. This is my full name. This is my ID name, and I'm having a community where I teach people how to become a one-man team, how you can run your own business, how you can do everything by yourself, and effectively how to become a successful solopreneur. I'm hosting my community on WOP. I've tried many different platforms, but when it comes in terms of discoverability and other additional features, WOP was the best case.
Absolutely. Ari's badass. Joe, you're next.
Joe Boss. All right. I've been on WAP here for at least the last 5 years. I've been running a trading group for about a year or two before that, and I sell trading indicators on TradingView. And WAP has a very unique feature compared to most other platforms. They actually allow you to give proper ownership and management and automatic access to TradingView indicators. So WAP perfectly suits my specific needs for actually getting people access to my product in a very unique way that no other platform does. So a lot of guys who sell indicators now use WAP. And yeah, overall, outside of WAP, it's been pretty much smooth sailing with the trading group itself.
Awesome. Joe is the wizard when it comes to market research and everything in that regard. I'm going to throw it over to our boy Firestart.
Awesome, awesome.
Take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Trent, and I appreciate everyone else being here. My name is Godwin Stansel. I am the founder of Firestart. We are an AI consulting agency located here in Hampton Roads, and we build automations, AI agents, and AI chatbots for small to medium scale businesses. Now, coming back 2 to 3 months ago when I came across WOP, I wasn't looking to build a community where I educate people on how to make automations and the same things that I sell at my business, but are using it as a funnel for my for potential clients. But I found that WOP's features are so well tailored towards building a community where you can educate people, provide them courses, and provide them much needed features to boost whatever journey they're in within their own business sphere. So I decided to hop on WOP. I've utilized other platforms like School. I've utilized Kajabi, Podia, and I find that besides the pricing model being free on WOP, the features is something I can stand by, and I expect there to be a lot of cool features in the future in comparison to the other platforms.
Wizard, Braveheart, it's on you.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Caleb Braveheart. I run a trading community as well called Stacking Trades, primarily on Discord. For a couple of years, it started as friends and family mix as a way to kind of educate traders about the financial markets and provide community support for trader psychology, performance, basically lifestyle enhancement, all of the unspoken qualities that go into implementing day trading into a person's life for their own enrichment or self-improvement. When it got to a tipping point when the demand kind of started reaching outside of my circle. I was looking to, monetize the community and get it out in front of the correct people. And actually, I kind of stumbled onto WAP by mistake. At the time, I was working with a business partner who, less and less reliable, and he was handling a lot of the tech stuff so I could focus on trading. Basically, long story short, the last thing that he did before disappearing completely off the face of the earth was to set me up on WAP as a way to basically host all of the educational materials and also accept and process payments and give people access, the types of stuff that I was not really looking to dedicate a lot of my time to as a, I guess, solopreneur, kind of acts as more or less my first, second, and third hires for my business. And it does, save me a lot of time for the incoming tech savvy business owner that I hope to be. So yeah, it's very user friendly. Definitely the features are suitable for growing a business online. And it's also a great place to kind of expand on your creativity as far as your offers to your clients. I feel we've all sort of mentioned WAP staying kind of feature forward in its innovation. And I feel a lot of times that has sort of a cyclical effect where you're almost prompted to find new offerings for your business in order to maximize the usage of new WAP features. Hope to see more of that. I hope they do more of the good and maybe don't get caught up in some of the growing pains. So yeah, all around great platform.
Sick. So to start this off, we're going to have a brief session where it's going to be an open discussion about the WAP platform. And we're going to talk about what sort of the onboarding process is. In the link below on our channels, you'll see a link to join and become a creator, or if you just want to be a buyer, you can go onto the platform and learn and see a lot of different things. But first off, I'm going to do this by showing you what the page looks like for some new users who click the link below. You'll land on this page right here. It's going to ask you to sign up and create an account. You can also start by booking an onboarding call. But if you're already in our channels, don't hesitate to just reach out to us directly and we can help you through the process because we have already a bit of experience on how to utilize the platform. So this is what the platform looks like from a new user standpoint. Unless you go to the WAP platform directly, which it looks like this, where it'll say the money making app. Either one of these pages, the link is below to start and create your WAP account. Now, I want to throw it over to, let's see who I pick first. I want to throw it over to Firestart. What was your experience first when you started on WAP? What was that
Yeah,
experience
so
like?
for me, I went on there. I kind of explored through WhopU, seeing what people were in there after I signed up and made my account. See what kind of seeing what the platform's about. This was I think I heard about WAP about 2-3 months before I actually went on the platform from a random YouTube video. To see that, man, this is a pretty live, active platform. I was like, man, that's really cool. And from there, I learned that I could create my own WAPs, and I started my process on creating my own WAPs from there.
Yeah, so I'll throw it over to Dan. Was your experience kind of similar, or what was your experience like?
I think I knew like one or two creators that were building on WAP, specific like that I naturally came across their communities and found some interesting little gems. They were paid communities, and I didn't really care to jump into them right away. But the thing is also had some people in some of my closer creator network that were also leveraging the platform. And I know specifically Abraham Casalas, he was like working at WAP temporarily. I know they temporarily hired him, and then he like decided it didn't feel aligned with what he was doing. He wanted to do things his own way, so I think he parted ways with WAP. But like, yeah, seeing him and a couple other people in my circle that were constantly like hammering down on WAP in their stories came led to me investigating the platform further. And the thing is, I already like to investigate creator tools. That's what I do in my spare time and for my community, anyways. So I looked at all of them. So yeah, I was very curious, and after seeing what was happening on the platform, seeing what goes on in the WAPU live streams, how they're really dedicated to making sure all the people that are coming into the platform are get their questions answered and are onboarded smoothly. I ended up realizing that like really quickly just hanging out in like 2 or 3 live streams, I found a really cool tribe of dudes, the Whop G's here, that were constantly hanging out in some of the live streams too, and just masterminding. Like it like very naturally flowed into this open mastermind. And one Discord group chat later, here we are.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly what you were reminding me of, was that the reason kind of that I got onto Whop was because I was looking for a way to monetize a Discord server. I was working with another platform, and that platform was starting to try and change their monetization model and the way that they managed Discord server roles. And they wanted like 12% of the cost of managing these roles. And so someone had said to switch to Whop. So I found somebody. Well, actually, first I think I found somebody who was going to uh like reorganize the Discord server for Esports Business Network. And then they got the role management for Whop figured out. And I think that's really a common use case for a lot of Whop creators when they first started looking into it back in January of last year when it was Whop 3.0. Fast forward to today, that's still a big use case. And I think that's why I want to kind of throw it over to Ari, because Ari, you do a lot of the management through your Discord server, and Whop is a good feature for that. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm the research guy, like this is what I do. And before I started hosting my community on WOP, I had done my own research. As Firestart mentioned in his intro, I use many different tools like Podiac, like Kajabi. I found out that you can connect your Discord server to your Patreon account, and you can effectively use Patreon and monetize your Discord server through Patreon. And after extensive research, I came out to the conclusion. I use School, that it costs like $100 per month to use. I found this outrageous. But anyway, I came to the conclusion that WOP, at the end I found out WOP, and I came to the conclusion that hosting my business and my community, my vision, is going to be better if I do it inside WOP after using the platform. In the beginning, it was kinda messy, I can say, because WOP wasn't at the state that it is now. Like 2 years ago. I believe you all know what I'm talking about. But for the last year, WOP has been in a great direction and has been a great platform.
Braveheart, do you have a similar experience? I mean, you already kind of shared your experience, but maybe like what has been your impression now that you're on it?
I'll blend the two. I have something to add to Dan's and Ari's. My experience on WAP was the onboarding process was good. Trent, I'll message you another time, but I actually was using kind of another, or playing with another kind of processor and in Discord manager that, yeah, there was some hype around it. This guy had done some pretty significant Discord growth of his own groups, and then created this business around it. And it was just like really clunky. It was monthly subscription plus percentage. And just, it didn't feel like anything other than kind of a hole in the bottom of the boat. I was very kind of new to the monetization of the group, and there wasn't a lot of features that I felt was a good use of my money. But going right into WAP, once I signed up, it was nice just because I was trying to do as little as possible. And I know that's it's not that I don't have kind of a brand story or all of this stuff. It was just that I didn't want to slow down on the service that I was providing already, just to kind of, build this web page and then set up a payment processor and do all this stuff. And so I was really just looking for a way to accept payments. Like everything else on top of that was pretty much gravy, which was cool because I get into the platform and like first things first, like right on the page, like I thought it was great that there was video hosting, because before I was just sending people a Dropbox link, and it was, it's not awesome because there's no information, there's no data gathering, there's no like anything for a CRM. I was just like one-off links, and then people were sending them to others that I didn't really give kind of approval for. And it was just, it was messy. But I get on WAP, I plug my stuff in, there's video hosting. So I load up all my education materials, and then right on the top, there's like this 3K for 30 thing. And I didn't really know it was connected to the WAP U group. I was just like, oh, okay. Like that seems like a good enough place to start for an income goal. And I didn't know that it was clickable. So I was just like, oh, I'm going to try and make $3,000 in 30 days. And then one night I clicked the link and it like brings me into the WAP. And then that's when I found the live stream, and it was cool. Yeah. Because I was just, I was just asking questions and like being very kind of unashamed of my, my inexperience in that field. So it was pretty nice. Like everyone also kind of running businesses. There wasn't, I don't know, I had just come out of another kind of business arrangement and group where people were like very ego driven and like really kind of zero sum and stuff. So it was just nice to kind of be around a community where people were just like very openly sharing. I mean, like Trent, that was our first conversation. You just started sending me like a bunch of links and stuff that were going to help. Dan, you did the same fire start as well. I mean, everyone was just kind of dumping like really kind of great products and services that they were using leading up to the WAP. And then we kind of built this community, which was great because I do think that if you are kind of running a business already and you want to be running that business, like I had said this before, even in many WAPU live streams, I didn't want to run this business and then run the business as its own, like its own separate thing. I didn't want to just double my workload just to monetize what I was already doing. And I have repeatedly said, even to the WAP team, that it was really smooth to just kind of have the activities that I was already doing kind of seamlessly become, like documented, monetized, payments processed, access given, like all this stuff that I didn't really have to kind of set up. And it still is like my primary website, to be honest. But yeah, there was no hiccup that I thought, I thought that I was going to spend this year kind of like putting all the pieces in place to then launch the business. And then like kind of the setup and launch pretty much took place like inside of the same week. And I was already like off to the races, made my first couple sales. And then from there, it was just kind of like building the thing out and seeing what I needed out of this software, but then also like what I could be compelled to do because of what the software or service provides. So it's been fun to let it be an extension of the service that I provide instead of like this other hat that I have to wear in the running of my business.
Sick. And before we go to Joe, Dan, you had something to add?
Yeah. I wanted to mention because he touched about the payment processor, but I don't think you guys mentioned about how WAP actually has their own payment processor, so you can avoid having to use Stripe's extra 3.5% fees and like the extra cents that it tacks on as well as that. But the thing is, on top of them being their own payment processor, the Discord integration that WAP has is massively more intricate than a lot of the other platforms. Because if you're using something like Gumroad to deliver access to a Discord server, or maybe if you tried using Podia's integration before, or any of these other platforms, all they do is let people into the Discord server, and a lot of them don't even have the ability to boot them out if they cancel their subscription. But WAP is on top of it in the back end to make sure that you can tweak how people are getting access to your server. Like specifically, you can give specific to upgraded roles if they buy different tiers. If you're a WAP, you can, like, the roles alone is a big part of the Discord integration that no other platforms are really doing. Like the only way to have done that before is to find a specific server that was offering that, and that's what the guys were trying to mention before, that their experience with all those other platforms that are just using that, they suck. They're trying to charge extra percentage, but WAP's not doing that. They have their own payment processor.
Absolutely. And Joe, the boss, is around.
Yep, I'm here, man. Sorry, I've been a little busy. I need to know what the topic is.
It's WAP. WAP is the topic.
Yeah, but specifically the
Your
feedback here.
experience.
My
on WAP.
experience? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I thought I already
How you got into
gave that.
WAP?
Yeah, I saw that WAP had a way to connect everyone on my trading group automatically to receive indicators. So I switched over to using WAP once I found that out. I'd say my overall experience has been really good. I haven't had any complaints about WAP in any super serious way. In fact, anytime I have had any problems of getting paid or any problems with giving people automatic access to my group or my trading indicators, WAP's been incredibly, incredibly responsive. I've always been able to get my problems fixed on the same day. So when it comes down to someone who's more, technical, who needs a bunch of this stuff, I mean, other than maybe creating some of the course material, sometimes I'd write stuff up for like a couple of hours, refresh my tab, and all my progress would be gone. There's no autosave when you're writing up course material. So there's a little tip: make sure you're writing it in a separate piece of software, right? Maybe in a Word doc or a Google Doc, right? And then copy paste it over. That's a good thing to keep in mind when you're writing out courses on WAP. But other than
Definitely.
that, things have been extremely smooth sailing for WAP and my usage with it.
Joe, why don't you kick us off with the first presentation? Why don't you give us a rundown of your WAP and screen share what you have going on?
Sure thing. Let me go ahead real quick. Let me actually open a little incognito tab so you'll see what it looks like when you log in. WAP.com/. All right, cool. And then let's see here.
And for all the WAPs that we showcase today, the links will be down in the description below to be able to access the WAP. So Joe's everyone's.
All right. So here is my WAP. I don't have any videos yet on these indicators, but at the very least, you can see pictures. You can click on these and see the indicators that are on offer when you do join. Again, a couple of these are technical indicators, right? This one's a technical indicator. This is actually the best selling pivot point indicator on all of TradingView. It's the one that has sold the most. There's like 300 people using that. And this is what I usually try and do now with my indicators, make them statistical. And man, this one indicator alone has helped out so much. Being able to turn a technical indicator like this into a statistical indicator, right? Adding information to help with making trade decisions. And then the rest of these are even more statistical indicators, right? And then that comes with the trading group. And then this is the free WAP that gets you access to a Discord where we focus on trade research and geopolitical research, because it's not just enough to have information of what's on the chart and setting expectations based on the historical data that we have. You also need information that looks out into the future that's not on the chart. And pretty much 95% of that research is done in the free section of the Discord. So this is really only for the people who are actually active and usually they already have some money that they're trading with. And then this is just the one-off technical indicator, the pivots. And this is something new, PineScript mentorship. Because I program all these indicators, and these are by no means simple indicators, they're all a few thousand lines of code. A few people over the years have said, hey, can you help build something for me? Can you show me how to do this? And, after teaching a few people, I do feel confident in my teaching abilities now. So I go ahead and offer PineScript mentorship, just a free spot to get some help. Or if you want, you can book one-on-ones with me to build more complicated stuff. There are live streams available, but they're also available on YouTube and Kick and Twitch that are also showed here in the Plan the Profit community. And then there are actually courses and walkthroughs here in the trading group. And there's tutorials and walkthroughs once you actually get into these WAPs here. So yeah, that is all pretty straightforward. Yeah, and then actually at the very bottom here, I wish you could put the affiliate a little bit higher, but there's a 30% affiliate for people who are able to send people to the trade group. And actually, it's more helpful for when someone is already in the trade group who got in at full price and is like, oh, wow, I need to get a couple of my friends in here. And that's actually been a really, really good way of growing, is through word of mouth, friends of friends. Because if you treat people well in your group, if they're doing well, and not just, oh, we need to improve our psychology, and man, I feel so good when I'm losing all this money, actually helping them become good autonomous traders, making good decisions on their own, even taking different trades than you are as the guy running the group. I'm very, very excited when I see someone come up with their own idea. I'm like, oh, wow, I want to take that trade too. It happens so frequently now in the group. So whenever I see guys like that and they start getting good, it's usually almost a matter of time until they're like, dude, I want to get 2 or 3 of my friends in here because I plan on sticking in this group for a while. And they just bring their friends in and like, well, don't just use your affiliate, because then that way you reduce the cost of your own subscription. And that's been the major use of the affiliates side in my trading group. So that's the net overview, at least here for my WAP, without logging into the WAP and showing the back end and showing all the courses and the whatnot.
Very good. If I don't know why I have this in my head, but like Hunger Games is coming to mind. Who do you volunteer as your tribute next to go and showcase their WAP?
I mean, I can.
Yeah, I was about to say Ari. I think Ari's ready.
Yeah, I was born ready.
Yeah. Okay. And then Fire. Did Fire go yet?
Well, Ari first, so.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hear him when he was talking.
Wait, you can't
Can
hear
you
me?
guys hear Ari?
Yeah, we can hear him. It's fine.
His microphone's coming a bit low for me is all.
Okay.
I think you can turn it up, his audio individually.
Wait, can I?
Not. Yeah, but let's just keep going.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can always just speak a little bit louder. So this is my WOP, this is my paid WOP. Actually, both of my WOPs are paid now. I had the free version, but I had to make it to a single.
Ari, you might want to do a incognito tab.
Why? What?
So it's the same visual that they would see.
Yeah, so then you can see the front page of the WAP store.
Or I can just do previews as a visitor again. No?
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
that works too.
Works.
Okay. So this is my WOP. This is my paid WOP. And actually, both my WOPs are paid right now. I had to make my free WOP in a single payment for a lifetime purchase. It costs like $1. I had to do this, so I didn't want underage people joining my WOP without parental consent, and I wanted to avoid all the bots and whatnot. Inside my so basically here you can find this. Okay, this is a 20% discount. You can find a bunch of different photos. I'll explain you basically what you're going to find, the resources that you're going to find inside my WOP. So inside my WOP, inside my business, and this is what my vision is, you're going to learn how to do everything by yourself, how to be your own bank, how to be your own investor, how to learn how to trade. You're going to learn and navigate the crypto market. You're going to learn how to become your own videographer and video editor, how you can set up your own, how to become an e-commerce master, how to do sales online, how to do print demand, how to use AI and automations for your own benefit and increase your workflow and productivity. And you're going to find productivity softwares. Basically, you're going to find mostly Notion because I'm a big Notion supporter. I love the company. The sale, it is 1 minute, so we're not going to see what's top. Yes, that's okay. And you have 2 options. You can join the free academy that it has around 140 users at the moment. I'm hosting them weekly events like the Sunday Business Showcase event. This Sunday, I'm going to have a special guest and a very good friend of mine, the CEO and founder of SkinRave.gg, one of the biggest CS:GO casinos in the world. I'm hosting my own lives individually, where me and the boys here and other entrepreneurs aspiring or already established in different sections are hopping on and having different discussions and masterminding. I have a general chat where everyone can connect with each other. I've got exclusive content where I basically upload videos based on my interests, based on my interest, and based on what I'm doing. I have connected my Gumroad where I sell digital products. I had much more, but since my skills become much better, I wanted to redesign some of them. You get access to my Discord server, and these are some applications that are upcoming. And yeah, you can book a one-on-one coaching call. It is a 10-minute fast-paced. It is a 10-minute fast call where you can come prepared with questions, and I will provide you with answers, no matter what the sector or your field of expertise is. And you can also book a 1-hour call that it is paid, but obviously you can get a taste of it in a 10-minute fast-paced call first, and then you can book 1-hour call, and we can workshop, mastermind together your project, your vision, whatever you want. I believe that's it. Yeah.
Good job. A lot of unique use case and showing a lot of the features. You can customize Whop in a lot of different ways, and you can see that he's been able to add his own flavor and skin to his. And we could probably get into that in depth a little bit later in a different call, but I think Firestart was called out simultaneously, so you can go next. Hold on one second. You keep going.
I think his internet dropped.
Some
Unlucky.
pieces.
A brief moment for possible technical difficulties for it to come back, and let's circle back. Possibly we'll get him back in to finish it off. Dan's is your go.
Roger. All right, this is going to be interesting. I've never shared the screen process in Riverside. This will be fun. Entire screen. Let's do this one. Okay. Something happened. Okay, wait. There we go. Okay. It's me now. And now it's my screen. Now it's here. Okay. This is not the tab I wanted to show you. I opened it up in incognito here. So basically this is the Flow Creators Academy. And I'm still working on the positioning and how I'm trying to brand it. We've gotten a couple members, word of mouth, but I have not announced this at all. Have not pushed anybody from my social media to it yet because I'm still working on the core theme of it. Because it's supposed to be like this virtual universe, kind of like this metaverse. And so I'm very keen on providing a very smooth user experience and journey. And that's going to be done through Discord, but a lot of it's the front facing end of it is through Whop. And so one thing that I love about Whop is just they really get how to make a landing page, like the ability to frequently asked questions, have the testimonials, the value add-ons, who is it for? Like all of this is just so even the fact that they can DM me straight from the landing page if they have questions is super cool. So they get marketing very well, and they are here to help you make more money, which I love. And so I have another screen down here where I am logged into the inside of my academy from a test account. And so I'm currently using the chat feature as more of like a hub. I'm still working on refining this little welcome message. I'm probably going to add some images to it to make it better. But the thing is what I really think is the most powerful feature within Whop's community is the fact that you can embed custom websites. Like if you were to ignore all the other apps in their platform, and they have a lot of really, really powerful apps, just embedding other websites, you can do so much with. So for example, I have an event schedule right here, which I'm doing it through Luma. And the thing is I've embedded, so I use card.co for my landing pages. And so whatever website builder you use, I've also noticed that Framer also works really clean when you embed Framer websites inside of this tool. And the thing is, I'll create card landing pages, and then I will embed these card landing pages inside of my Whop community. And so the actual org that I'm building my website in is embedded inside of my community right here. Like this whole working website is inside of my community experience, and they can visit my website as if it's like a tab inside of the community experience, which I find to be so valuable. And so right down here, this is hosted through, because I've been using Card, this is an embed that's showing all of my live events from the Flow Creators Academy. They can come in here and register for the events. Or I've recently set up this new flow where they can subscribe using any of their major calendars. And so if they click this button, it will let them subscribe to this in their personal calendar. And it's going to say that I've already subscribed to this calendar, so it's not going to give me the pop-up. But if you were coming into my community, you would be able to press that one button. And now, even if you didn't sign up for any of my future events, you would be able to see all of the Flow Creators Academy's future events, because you now have the Flow Creators Academy calendar in your calendar. So super cool, the flexibility with being able to embed other platforms inside of your community, because it's still part of your community experience. And so I've used their actual native calendar bookings app to do a couple different variations of calls that I can support people inside of my community with. I have the free discovery call, which I'm calling my Dharma discovery calls. And then we have the brand alignment session or a tool stack evaluation, which are my two paid options at the moment. The live stream feature is sick. I know the WopGs and I are all huge fans of their live streaming feature. They give you the VODs here, which is a really cool option to have. And it's usually a fun time. But what I see the live stream feature as is, I think it feels like a really happy mix between like something like of the likes of school.com and Discord. It's kind of like it's got that business oriented focus of school, where everybody's building and trying to reach similar goals and keeping each other accountable, but with the very like personable feel of like Discord, being like in a tight-knit close community with your friends. And that's what live streams feel like to me, which I feel like is really cool, which is why it's been so fluid, so easy, so natural to network and make new friends with WOP through the live stream feature. And I know a lot of people that are on the WOP platform definitely like to kind of like growth hack some of the social media platforms with how they are multi-streaming their live streams and like really diversifying how they're showing up on different platforms, that were all inspired by the live stream feature on WOP. So let's see. The announcements channel is something that I haven't really put up any announcements on my channel yet, because I'm still working out how I want to do the newsletter. But the thing is, this is like the best app for having your own newsletter on the platform. This is what I was telling you guys, the website embed on my inside of the WOP. It just feels like another app. And you can also embed things like, I have my Gumroad store here as well. You can embed a Beehive newsletter. You can embed a ConvertKit your public newsletter posts there as well. They're all embeddable. So things, it just adds so much. It really allows you to curate a digital space where you can connect all of your different experiences into one. And this is something that's, I think, should be private, but I've also learned how to embed Notion web pages, which shouldn't be possible because they're permissions. But I've worked that out pretty recently because of Notion's new feature to embed pages. You can now export or share Notion pages as embed code. And so by putting the embed code into using an external page to embed that, it works inside of WOP now. So that opens up a lot of possibilities to potentially make a course inside of Notion, because there's so many more things you can embed in a Notion page than you can inside just a text block page inside of WOP's course builder. And you can interact with the page, and they can even duplicate the page. And as you can see, I've embedded my Substack newsletter at the bottom of this Notion test page here. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm cooking at the moment with my WOP Academy here. And I'm happy with where it's at and what's to come. Thank you for your time.
Dope. Your design is always dope. The way you put it together, dope, and everything like that. So I'll call on Braveheart next until we can bring back in our boy Firestart.
Yeah, a couple things. I first wanted to shout out my other G's. First of all, I love seeing Dan just like gets like hyped as he's working on his own projects. You can tell how passionate Dan is about his stuff. But like as he's going through like the different features, you could see like the wheels turning in there. And I'm like, oh, it's great. It's great to have
Thank you.
someone like that in my network, because yeah, I'm self-admittedly, not as tech savvy from a consumer side. So I've been using the things that I use for years, and I haven't had a chance to explore very much. And I feel like, since these communities will be linked, I get tremendous benefit from things for productivity from both Ari's and Dan's communities, and just to also shout out Joe. Really, I really, I really had considered basically making Joe's free community basically required education for my trading group. He does what he does at a tremendous level. It's almost not even worth trying to replicate on your own, because you would just be doing a less thorough version of what he's already offering for free, which just blows my mind. I know that the in vogue thing to do these days, everyone says, from Gary Vee to your Alex Hormozy types, to give away your best stuff for free. And I would say that Joe is one of the only people I know that's like actually doing that. Like, not just, oh, here's my free stuff, but actually like my good shit is paid for. So yeah, I've really enjoyed being in all of these guys, not just as a way for us to growth hack each other's channels, but actually just as a user. If this went no further from our business building, I would still be a happy customer of everyone's groups that I've joined. So I highly recommend clicking through all of these links. So yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen. I'll show you a little bit. My community is young, and yeah, like I said, there's plenty of things that I get inspiration from these guys. I've barely scratched the surface of what's available as far as the community right now. I did just join Whop as a way to get people with role management into my Discord, and it's been kind of a pleasant surprise to see everything else that's available here on the platform. I agree with what Dan said. It's anyone who knows marketing or sales. I think that the page is laid out in a way that does, a lot of the heavy lifting for you. It's nice to show kind of a preview, means of communication, testimonials, pricing options. I do think it's great too. I don't know if this has been mentioned yet. When you create as a Whop creator, if you have an organization, you can have multiple Whops under the umbrella of the same organization. So, do with that information what you will, whether you have things that are tiered in pricing or things that are passions of yours that are monetized, but you don't quite feel that they belong in the same space. You can still you could have them all kind of in the same ecosystem, and then manage them all from your dashboard on the back end, which I think is really cool for people who take kind of more of the personal brand route, where they themselves are the product. I think then from there, their offerings can be managed really seamlessly in Whop's dashboard. Yeah, but more or less, sorry. Yeah, Whop's a great place for video hosting. I mean, guys, if you do things that are long form content, that's the value of your business. For me, it's really great to have something like the announcements channel that gives notifications when a new recording is set up. There are a lot of people, especially with trading, that are doing trading as kind of a part-time endeavor, something that they're doing on the side. And so people don't have a traditional work schedule when they're trying to learn this skill. So it is nice to have places where content is organized and easily accessible, so that it's not lost in the woodwork for these people, and they don't feel like they're getting less value because of their availability. So yeah, having things like, kind of, I guess, I don't know, hacking the courses app. Like right now I have my recordings. You can kind of just set up units, to be timestamped for dates. So it basically goes, into a folder, but it helps people from an organization standpoint. And then, things that have been mentioned before, calls, coaching, announcements, recordings, is what I use it for. At a certain point when I do a kind of guest speakers for trader profiles, my other kind of interest is personality typing and human behavior. So there's a component for that that's going to be built out in here as well. But yeah, just more or less a trading community, futures focused, great place to basically onboard your way into the world of trading, and then decide just how deep you want to go. That's a matrix reference.
I did not even know that you could put courses like that in
Yeah, dude,
one tab.
that's been the
Is that new?
best. Which
Because I haven't messed with the courses feature in a little bit, but I didn't know you could just put multiple features in multiple different courses in one block. I thought it was only going to be one course per.
you just load it up.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's helpful. I mean, it really is helpful, especially if you have a lot of long form content, to have it organized in this fashion it's superior even to like I was doing a lot of just the file management in Dropbox, and even then people would find it a little bit too confusing. So it's nice to have things that are user friendly.
Sure.
I don't really know what else. I guess I didn't talk too much about my business. That was more explaining how I use Whop. But yeah, it's I just run a futures day trading community, futures focused, centered around adding trading as a supplement to your life, much like how physical fitness or learning a language or learning an instrument would naturally enhance and enrich your life. And it's designed to be as involved as you like it to be. And I feel that style of offering is very well suited for WAP as a kind of home base for what I do.
Very great. Our boy Firestart is facing technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll be able to bring him back, and he'll be able to represent at the very end, unless we just able to clip that small piece out and retain it in the video, possibly. But I believe since everyone else is summed up, I will close us out with the presentations and showcase my less superior WAP to these other folks here who have made amazing WAPs. My community has changed quite a bit. As I said, originally, I started with more of my esports background with a different WAP, and at the end of last year, pivoted more toward my personal brand and offering services directly as myself and my personal brand. Switched recently to the community being paid due to some of the same challenges that Ari mentioned, which were the bots, age restrictions, and just overall like WAP quality. We switched to a 3-day trial with $4.99 a month. You'll get access to a daily networking meeting called the Digital Business Networking, which everyone has been a part of it. That's within the WAP Gs and shown up and contributed in a meaningful way. The community that I'm building is based around the 3 services that I provide, which is digital strategy, business automations, and content management. Another aspect of the business, which I won't get into, but a lot of them know about, is the agency aspect, which is the creator network, which isn't quite built out on WAP at this time, but we'll get to that point. Through their feedback, just by being in a community of other WAP creators, I've really consolidated it down to just the core offers, and these offers do expand as the clientele that I work with needs expand. So there are additional WAPs that I have created that are not displayed on the landing page, But as you can see, I should probably switch this. As you can see, there are 3 different packages. This is the done for you package, which is the creator package, a done with you package that's coaching, and then a coming soon syndicate, which all of the creators that are in this community are legacy members and a part of, which will be a one weekly event that's very much core focused. And just like this, it will be an opportunity to go really in depth on your services and your offers and how, as a community, you guys can collaborate and connect. Of course, I've had great reviews from the folks here, as well as some of the advanced toolkit, which all of us have built out in our WAP in a different capacity, which is the affiliates that we work with. So all of us have different affiliates. My affiliates are contained within the toolkit. Of course, a general chat, a content page that kind of walks everybody through what it looks like when you first land into the server. One thing we didn't mention throughout this so far is there's an automated DM system. So when you join a WAP, a lot of us have a DM that gives you a step-by-step structure into how to utilize your WAP through the initial welcome DM and also through bounce DMs. That's why we do why a minute ago you saw the coupon pop up. That's so that you get a bounce DM if you do not go forward with making a purchasing decision at that time. And so this is the walkthrough of how a content page could be utilized to go through. One of the features we didn't mention within the announcements tab, here we go. Go back. Okay. So these particular announcements, alerts, are also a form of a newsletter, sort of, because WAP does distribute announcements to people's inboxes in addition to notifications on your mobile device or through WAP platform. And then I also have an event, like I mentioned, which is the Digital Business Networking event. It's listed here. There will be one on Monday, but I'm actually scheduling these events day by day as we're setting them up. And you'll see the events here. And again, all the links to everyone's WAP will be in the description below with their unique affiliate code attached to it. So they, as well as I, will get contributions back from supporting each other. And that's the purpose why we're creating this video. There are all these different aspects. And one of the cool resources is just for free. You get updated on the latest creator news from folks like the folks we have in here, from their YouTube channels, as well as also top key opinion leaders in the creator economy on the platform. So this is sort of a development. As I said, go back to the main page. Again, it's the Metapreneurship community. You can join for free for 3 days. If it makes sense to you, $4.99 per month for subscription. And yeah, that pretty much sums it all up. I'm Trent Knox, and I'm your favorite content monetization consultant.
Awesome. So just to give a little overview of AWA, it is the AI Wealth Academy, where we teach you all how to make money utilizing AI automations, AI chatbots, and the various AI tools that are out there. Now, with the AI Wealth Academy, we have very, very specific applications that we use. We use the course builder, we use the event app. And the cool thing is with the WAP platform, you can use the course builder to create really extensive courses and really beautiful courses that you can utilize anywhere you want. So you can download it on the App Store, you can download the WAP app on the Play Store, and get it on any browser in existence here. So there's no excuses for you not to be completing your courses. And then we are always hosting events with CEOs and founders who have been successful within the AI and automation space. And you get to have access to those events weekly, and I would say sometimes even daily. Now, with our AI assets that we offer, it allows you to, while you're taking your courses, to be able to go back between doing the course and getting information like links to subscriptions, digital assets, and so much more to make your course building process really, really smooth. And you'll get used to utilizing some of these AI technologies and some of these chatbots if you're not used to it. Now, I have, if you have questions or need guidance on anything, you can easily access our discussions section where you can talk to people who are within your course level or different skill levels, and they'll be able to help you guide you along the way. And then for our missions, we want to reward you guys for your success, whether it's completing the course or inviting members. I'll go over that a little bit later. But with the missions, completing the course is your goal. Understanding everything on how to make money with automations and AI agents and AI chatbots, that's the goal. And we want to make sure that you reach that goal successfully, right? We also have a news section and so many other apps that will just make your learning experience 10 times better. Now, I appreciate the 89 people who are in here. A good portion of them were in here from the In-Loop community. And as we grow, I appreciate all of them taking part and being part of the AI Wealth Academy. And I appreciate the reviews here. Now, we have tons of cool apps, and that's the cool thing about WOPs. They've allowed an app for every single thing that I want to put in the community, whether it's news or discussions or events, or the AI assets. It's a web embed. So they've allowed me to do those things. So definitely beautiful from WOP. Now, when it comes to pricing, the AI Wealth Academy is $497 a month. And for a lot of you guys are like, man, that's probably a big price to kind of swallow there. I think it's an absolutely beautiful price because you could be going a payment plan for $49 a month. And I tell you, within your first month of joining the community, you could be making all the money that you put in back, and the amount of wealth of knowledge that you get from being part of the community will way surpass the $497 that you put in. Now, I'll kind of change these things up later, but the beautiful thing about AWA is that we have a 90% affiliate program, meaning you could be selling people into the AWA Academy while you're learning at the same time and be making that money back. Now you get the opportunity to teach people how you've been able to make money utilizing AI technology. And I appreciate you guys kind of being over here and seeing exactly what AWA is about. Awesome.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. My name's Caleb Brainfart. I run a day trading community called Stacking Trades, heavily focused on live trading, trader psychology, community, and accountability. If you are interested in getting on WOP as both a user and a creator, I highly recommend it. You may be surprised at what you can create.
Yes. Any ats, any symbols that they can follow you on?
Caleb Braveheart everywhere. Yeah, that's everything. YouTube
In the
is
description below.
Stacking Trades.
Yes, sir. Joe, take it away.
Yeah, you can go ahead and find me at whop.com/plan to profit. And yeah, actually, every week there's trade research shared for the week ahead that's free for everyone to go ahead and check out. And every day there's streams, at least mostly every day. There's trade streams, and on the weekend there's a PineScript programming hour stream. So if anyone's interested in those ideas, then definitely check out whop.com/plan to profit.
Yes, sir.
So I am Aristotle, like the teacher of Alexander the Great. You can find my community in whop.com/Aristotle's Academy. I haven't talked a lot about my community because there's a wide variety of services that I offer, and I didn't want to just keep yapping and waste everyone's time. But you can go in whop.com/Aristotle's Academy and find everything by yourself. You can also find the link for all my social media platforms inside there. Also, you can find my website. That is basically my name, my full name, aristotle.com. And yeah, that was a great representation.
Dan, the master Dan. Taruno. Unmute.
What is going on, guys? It is Dan Sereno here. I am at Flow Creators everywhere, and I'm currently building the Flow Creators Academy on WOP, and I'm building the Synthesizer Society over on Substack, which is the Flow Creators newsletter as well. So basically, you can find all of my links at flowcreators.org, and that's about it. Keep flowing, stay growing. Catch you next time.
Keep flowing, staying growing, baby.
RIP, yes, sir, to Firestart, and hopefully we'll have him back again soon. But again, my name is Trent Knox. I'm your favorite content monetization consultant. You can find me on whop.com/trendnox in the link description below. Thank you all, gents, for coming in and showcasing your content for your Whops. We'll be publishing this on all of our channels. But until next time, y'all have a great evening, whatever it is for you. See you later.
Peace.